TIFU, by Teach My Cat How to Play Fetch. Back 4 months ago, I adopt her. I don't like teaching them tricks because I feel like it serves only the human desire and not what they interested in. So I play fetch with her instead. At first, she didn't understand what to do. Few days forward, she started chasing the ball but didn't bring them back. I figured if I stop playing with her, she will start bringing the ball back to me. Took 2 months, but it's slowly working. Speed to present time. She now screaming whenever I don't play with her. She requires me to play with her at least 3 times a day. Morning, after each meal once she rested. I'm now having a new alarm. I can't work. I can't do anything else unless I spend at least 30 the ball to her down. TLDR. Teaching my cat how to play fetch. And now I'm unable to work without any meow noise. TIFU, by getting scammed. So I'm a college girl, right? And last night my friend contacts me asking for money for his rent. He promised to pay me back by the morning. I was tired and he used images from his account to communicate, so I fell for it. I PayPal'd, I Zelled, without thinking. Thankfully, I couldn't send any more than that, due to my account only having $600 and my accounts preventing me from sending anything else. He kept escalating, but I put my foot down when he asked me to go to the store, at night. So today, I go to the resource center we both frequent because he hadn't paid back, and it turns out my friend had told everyone he had been hacked, but me. The good news is that they were willing to use a grant to pay me back $500, and I was able to unlock my accounts and file a dispute with my bank accounts. I also gave a police report. I know nothing will come out of that directly, but having the information out there is good to catch them. At 3 a.m., the scammer contacted me asking if I was up. But I didn't reply because I'm asleep, of course of this, because they live on the other side of the world. He had access to my private Insta, so my anxiety is thinking that he would use those photos against me. I don't post anything risque, all clothed, but there are apps that allow people to undress you through AI, TLDR. A scammer impersonated my friend and scammed me out of $300. Now it's a waiting game to see if anything can get done. Edit. Well, you guys were right. My bank and PayPal were fucking useless. I filed with IC3 and the FTC report sites. But who knows if they'll do anything for little ol' me. I'm such a stupid idiot. I honestly think I should just do a somersault out of my window. TIFU, by playing Zootopia for some noise. TIFU, by ruining the whole vibe of a date. I brought my friend home to get high and have some fun, and I usually have something playing for noise in the background. I didn't really search too long for a show to put on. We weren't going to watch it much anyways. Lol. So I picked a random movie which happened to be Zootopia. I think the movie is cute. I love cartoons and animation. My date seemed a little invested in the movie, which I didn't mind. We had all night together and I wasn't very horny. But he was over the fucking cartoon bunny rabbit. It got a little too weird. He killed the mood the moment he called that thing hot. Morbid curiosity got the better of me later. Turns out he's not the only one who loves Officer Judy Hopps. TLDR. My date seemed to like Zootopia more than he liked me. TIFU, by accidentally texting my coach. About my coach being a huge asshole. Obligatory. This was actually years ago. I ran track in college, and a new coach was hired midway through my tenure at this university. Really nice guy, good coach. Our team wasn't stellar, but he was trying to build it into something. At the end of the first season, he held one-on-one meetings with each athlete to talk about how the season went, improvements to be made, goal setting, etc. Standard stuff that a good coach would do to keep positive rapport with each athlete. I go in for my meeting, and we talk about all that standard stuff. I had a decent season, so nothing was really out of the ordinary for our convo. It went well. My roommate, also a runner, had texted me asking how my meeting went since his was scheduled for the following day. So as I'm walking to my car, I craft a joke about how he was a huge asshole, ripped me a new one, threatened to pull my scholarship, called me a piece of shit, told me I needed to stop being friends with roommate, etc. He was a chill dude and wouldn't say any of it even if I was a piece of shit. And I hit send. If you know this subreddit, then you know that sucker went straight to my coach's phone. Worst feeling in the world. I immediately called to apologize and explain how it was meant for roommate. The coach laughed his ass off and understood the FU, but he brought it up several times the next season. At one point, he came up to me before a big race and said, If you don't place in this meet, I'm gonna pull your fucking scholarship. It was all in good fun, but I wish I hadn't FU'd. TLDR. Had a positive meeting with my college track coach, then jokingly called him an asshole behind his back only for that joke to be sent to my coach. TIFU by lighting a smoke and burnt my hair cause I couldn't find a lighter. TIFU cause I was rushing to get to the airport. I have a flight in 3 hours. I am visiting a friend. I got all freshened up, and I thought before boarding the bus to the airport, I could light a quick cigarette, and I couldn't find a lighter anywhere, and the bus was only like 7 minutes away, so I thought I could light it on our stove and go out and smoke while walking to the bus stop. I bend over and light it. Then I hear a sizzling sound. I immediately put the cigarette aside, turned off the burner, and I come to the bathroom to look at myself. It, was not a visible damage, but there was burnt hair, and there was small pieces of my hair coming off, and worse, it's smelling. I rubbed it off quickly, put on a little bit more perfume to balance the smell, and I quickly got on the bus. Do I need to do something about that? Or I am good and it grows back naturally? I don't want to be smelling like burnt hair on the flight. TLDR. I accidentally burnt my hair while trying to light a smoke cause I was rushing to the airport. TIFU by striking a cyclist in the company vehicle. This wasn't today, but last night. I'm a delivery driver technician for a medical equipment and respiratory services company. I was on call last night and was leaving the warehouse to head home when out of nowhere, a cyclist that was flying down the sidewalk on the wrong side of the road came out of nowhere, and I smacked into him as I was pulling out of the parking lot. It was around 8:30 p.m., so it wasn't totally dark out, but still dark, and he wasn't wearing any reflective gear, so he would have been tough to spot anyway, considering he was wearing black clothes. Luckily, he didn't have a scratch on him, and only his bike was messed up. Caught the entire ordeal on my driver camera, and now I'm going through the investigation process with corporate. I'm still kind of shaken up from the whole thing, and I'm now wondering if I'll have a job come Monday. I'm worried. Corporate is just going to fire me since I'm held to a higher standard in a company van carrying oxygen tanks compared to a random cyclist on the road. TLDR. I was heading home from work last night and struck a cyclist that was speeding down the sidewalk. Whole thing was caught on camera, and now I may have to find other means of employment after this is all said and done. Edit. While there is video of the incident happening, only my company has access to it since it happened in my company van. With the driver cameras we have, whenever an incident occurs that sets the camera off, the footage gets sent to corporate. I'd have no way to access the video myself. TIFU by making an entire bar think I'm a racist husband. The wife, 43 BF, and I, 42 white M, go to 2 clubs and then a bar a week, and a few days ago, I'm not a dancer because I'm autistic and move oddly, but she is a stunning and tall Caribbean woman who loves to dance. So I'm planning to get absolutely wasted, Uber all night, and get myself to where I can dance without feeling shame. First place, I'm holding her hips and rocking. Not really dancing, but giving her someone to dance with. Second club, I'm moving my arms a bit. Still drinking. By the time we get to the third place, I've had quite a good amount to drink. I'm slurring but not falling over or being an accidental asshole, spilling drinks, or anything. Now, let me set the stage. The third place is really just a bar with a jukebox and a little open area. There's probably 30 people in there tops. Everyone is within maybe 35 feet of each other. We danced, then we're sitting on the stools. She is facing me, and I have my hand on her thigh. Now, my most common nickname for her is Snuggle Bunny. She yells, "I'm having a great time, babe." I reply, but I'm slurring pretty bad and I'm yelling so she can hear me. But halfway through the statement, the jukebox pauses to change tracks. So the convo goes like this. "I'm having a great time, babe." "Wife, gee lad, you're having a great time." "I love," jukebox goes mute to change tracks. "You nungle bunny." Snuggle Bunny. Me about 10 to 15 seconds later, the old spidey sense is tingling and my peripheral vision sees everyone's eyes as white, which means they are looking at me. Now my wife is super smart, but her situational awareness sucks, so she takes her cues from me about where we shouldn't go and when it's time to leave. I have no idea what's going on, but I can tell this isn't the normal racist stare or non-racist couple thinking we are cute stare, or even the common "she's too good for him" stare. Oh no, I can feel the guttural disgust and rage in everyone's eyes. so I tell her it's time to go. In the Uber, she asks me why we left. I tell her I don't really know. I start going over the chain of events verbally to process it. I had already realized the jukebox made me the center of attention, so I pay attention very closely to what happens after that as I verbalized it. Then I say, "Snuggle bunny," and I hear it. My slurring and southern twang made the entire bar think I was looking at my wife lovingly, with my hand on her thigh, and said, "You jungle bunny." It's been over a week and she still starts laughing at me out of nowhere, so at least she enjoyed her evening and got a good laugh at my expense. But I'm never going back to that bar again. TLDR, I got really drunk and yelled in a bar, "I love you, Snuggle Bunny," to my wife. But with my slurring southern twang and the timing of the music, the entire place heard, "You jungle bunny." TIFU, by trying to buy concert tickets off someone on Instagram. So I was supposed to work today, but I got a text from my boss that we won't be coming in today. Cool. I never get a Friday off. I saw that a band I like is playing a few miles away. Nice, I'll go buy 2 tickets for me and my girlfriend. Oh wait, it is sold out, damn. I comment on their post asking if anyone has extra tickets to sell. Of course, I get the obvious scammers and ignore them. I am not an idiot, right? Well then, this one girl DMs me saying she has 2 for sale. This looks like a girl that would actually go to see a punk band, dyed hair, piercings, and all the works. She talks like a normal young girl would talk too. I decide I don't see any red flags and agree to purchase. We used the Dice app, but in hindsight, I started to see red flags after that point. I tried sending her the money through Zelle and Venmo, but it wasn't going through because Chase was automatically canceling it. She tried like 3 different accounts and they all didn't want to send. We moved over to PayPal. She insisted I use friends and family, and at that point I didn't know what that was. Now I do. I sent it. It went through. She said it was on hold and to cancel it and try Apple Pay. At this point, I am frustrated, realizing I probably fell for a scam like a sucker. Looked it up and realized the likelihood of getting a refund is low. Meanwhile, she is blowing up my phone yelling at me through DM. Fuck that. I blocked her and accepted. I'll never see that $130 again. TLDR. I was an idiot, and in my excitement and desperation, I fell for an Instagram ticket scam and also paid through PayPal friends and family. I feel embarrassed, depressed, and angry about it, and now I'll just spend the night moping around with my cat 130 Poirier instead of seeing a band I like. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.